Hi guys, welcome to another beer review, and today we're going back over to Germany to Himburgs BrauKunstKeller, and this is a collaboration with, I hope I've got this correct, it's either Zagovor or Zagovor Brewery out of Russia, and this is the Russian Imperial Stout known as KONFETKA. So it's a collaboration beer. And Himburgs BrauKunstKeller, Alexander Himburg, does one of the best year-round IPAs in Germany, Amazi, which is pretty damn amazing. And you can actually get it in a lot of supermarkets now in Germany, which is absolutely fantastic. But yeah, I picked this up from Birretta when I was recently in Regensburg. Birretta, of course, an absolutely wonderful beer shop. And yeah, so when I saw this, I'd heard a lot about it on like Twitter and Instagram and Facebook in various German craft beer groups. And I was like, when I saw it, I'm picking myself up a bottle. So it's Russian Imperial Stout, clocking in at 8% ABV, brewed in Germany. And yeah, so quickly read you the ingredients. So the malts are Caramunic, rye, chocolate, wheat and roasted malt, and then dark candy sugar, which I think is it's either Russian or Belgian, and that actually leads to the name KONFETKA. I looked at the information about this beer about 12 hours ago. And I've had a couple of beers, so I've forgotten some information, but any relevant information will be included down below, including links to both breweries. And the hops in this are Chinook, Columbus and Centennial, and the beer originally had a 20-degree Plato. So yeah, let me just have a look. So, if you actually go into Untapped, there's a really nice description about this beer, and I always include Untapped links in the descriptions of my videos, because I know not everybody's into rate beer or beer advocate, so I like to try and appeal to a vast range of beer enthusiasts. But yeah, cool artwork. I do like the labels from the BrauKunstKeller beers, and I always enjoy the German layouts of the labels, because I know Crew Republic do something similar with that. And then of course there's an absolutely gorgeous crown as well, so a beautifully presented beer, I think you will agree. So yeah, a Russian Imperial Stout. I haven't actually had a stout for quite a while, crazy enough. I'm using my BMF glass because it's one of my favourite glasses. And yeah, currently in the middle of a little bit of a hangout with some of the UK guys. And just look how that's pouring. Oy, 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 oy. Doesn't that look good? But yeah, that to me is pretty much jet black. Very dense looking, and the beer poured with about just shy of 3 fingers worth of sort of khaki looking head. Actually, a little bit darker than that. It's got that sort of it's almost like fluffy. It's like fluff on the top of the beer. It looks absolutely wonderful. There's like a real sense of the beer being decadent as I completely cover my face with the beer. It's probably better off. I should do every review like this, because Lord knows you don't need to see my ugly mug every second day. But yeah, it looks absolutely fantastic. So I'll give it a quick swizzle and a sniff. That's what she said. Lowering the tone already. Ooh, get it on the nose. Now that's interesting. That's almost got the smell of like a genuine Turkish delight. It's really quite fragrant actually. Yeah, you're getting that sort of like candy-like sugar coming through. Loads of chocolate. This lovely roasted malt character. But yeah, you're getting loads of berries in this one. A little bit of a subtle coffee nose. But yeah, that really smells quite sweet actually, which fits in perfectly with the name and the style. So thematically, it's smelling like you would expect it to. But that's lovely. It's gentle as well. There's no like real potency or harshness on the nose. And I'm getting like a sort of like a yeasted dough, like a sweet dough as well. Almost like brioche. But then that like fragrant, slightly floral perfumey tone comes through, which is really quite intriguing. I get like a slight Parma Violet aroma on this one. But yeah, it smells absolutely wonderful. Let's give it a taste. Prost. Okay, that's very interesting. It's almost got the flavours of some of these big imperial adjunct riddled stouts that are all the rage at the moment, which I say adjunct riddled, that sounds quite negative when you put it that way, but I love those stouts. I mean, like the likes of Omnipollo, Evil Twin, you name it, you know, all these hype beast sort of beers. But this has those flavours, but they haven't really like injected the beer full of these like weird flavourings or anything like that. And it always amazes me, especially with German brewers, with the limitations that they have to work with or work around. Some of the flavours they get from like the very basic ingredients. I mean, you can tell that there is something a little bit extra in there because it is really nice and sweet. Lovely coffee bitterness. Do you know what it's reminded me of actually? It's reminded me of like something like that. Which, by the way, if you ever come across this, put that in your coffee and you're literally drinking a Krispy Kreme, which is never a bad thing. But yeah, that's like perfuminess is coming through as well. Chocolatey. There's no harshness, no booziness. It's got a lovely bold body to it, but then again the carbonation is a little bit more active than you would expect it to, which just makes it that little bit more drinkable, or easy drinking I should say, because this is more than just a drinkable beer. This is lovely, and it's really intriguing actually. It's got this like slight floral character to it, and this like perfumey edge, but it doesn't become medicinal or too earthy, if that makes sense. But this like lovely like powderiness, if that's the best way to describe it. You know, like when you get some, like again, Turkish delights, and they're covered in like the sugar, which is a little bit more finer. It's not as like coarse as like a caster sugar or anything like that. But yeah, it's very sweet shop. Like confectionery. It's like all about confectionery. I'm just amazed at how drinkable this beer is. And it's a real treat of a beer as well. It's like coffee with syrups in there. Then this like slight floral edge, Parma violets, like retro sweets. But then you've got this lovely robust roastiness, and then these lovely coffee flavours in there as well. It's an intriguing one for sure. There are familiar flavours, but at the same time there are these little intricacies and intriguing aspects that just help it stand out. And again, it's like, it's almost got those flavours like these big, like fudgy, you know, Rocky Road with ice cream and salted caramel, where it's like syrups and all these weird and wonderful ingredients that a lot of the more experimental brewers are doing right now. It's got those sort of flavours, but it's done with far less ingredients, so it's got a real sense of purity to it. and there's no synthetic edge at all. This is lovely. It's a real treat. I was expecting this to be maybe a little bit more cakey, or like fudgy, or like a brownie, but no, it's got these lovely slight floral perfumey edges. And you definitely get those sea hops in there as well. It's not hoppy, but there's like this slight piney, resiny character, which works beautifully with the rest of those flavours. It's like, it's not the boldest body, but it's got a real density to it. I'm probably not doing this beer any justice at all, but I'm really, really enjoying this, and I can't think of a nicer, more soothing, intriguing beer to end a mini session on. But yeah, it was not what I was expecting it to be, but boy has it delivered. So we'll pour the rest in. There we go. I mean, it's Alexander Himburg. The guy knows how to brew lovely beers, and this is a lovely beer. It's almost like you drink this and you almost think it's like a precursor to the pastry stout. It's got that sort of vibe about it, but it's a lot more authentic and traditional, but still delivers, and it just reminds you of being like in like a sweet shop when you're a child. Not like really like in your face, like synthetic sugar, blah blah blah, fruit pastels, you name it, but like the actual like handcrafted stuff that's on the counter that's not too popular, but it's really popular with like the old school people. Terrible, terrible analogy, but that's really damn good. And it's one of those ones at 8%. The alcohol's masked so nicely. You could have like a 750 bottle of this and just demolish it really quickly. And yeah, Himburgs BrauKunstKeller does it again. They're one of those breweries that I've never tried even a dull beer by them. And it's nice to know that they've got the IPA sorted, but also the Russian Imperial Stout, and I think fans of the style, do what you can to source that one, because you'll probably be able to appreciate it a lot more than I can. I don't think I've done this beer any justice, but trust me when I say that's a lovely beer, and I'm going to give that a 9 out of 10. Fantastic stuff. So of course, check out both breweries involved in the process of this beer. I'll put a link down to Birretta as well. If you ever find yourself in Bavaria, get on the train to Regensburg, get an Airbnb, check out Birretta, check out some of the local beer gardens, and go to like maybe take a day in Ingolstadt and Bamberg and Nittenau, because there are some fantastic craft breweries as well as traditional breweries in Bavaria. And yeah, there's some great shops as well, including Birretta. So I'm happy to be, if I could be paid to be an ambassador of beers like this, then you could give me the shittest wage possible and I'd still be satisfied, because I'd get to drink beers like this. Yeah, the German craft brewing scene, completely and criminally underrated, and I just wish here in the UK we could have direct access to beers like this, because this, and especially Amazi, would sell so well. And yeah, so all the UK distributors who, I know you watch this channel on a daily basis, all joking aside, do what you can to get these beers to the UK market, because we need to experience what Germany has to offer, and this is a fine example. So 9 out of 10 for KONFETKA from Himburgs BrauKunstKeller and Zagovor. I'm not sure. I do apologise to the guys if they are watching this, or any Russian guys are watching this review, for my mispronunciation. But yeah, definitely a brewery that I'm going to look out for if at all possible. So if you've tried this one, then let me know your thoughts and opinions. If you've tried any beers from both breweries, then thoughts and opinions always welcome. And of course, check out my Imperial Stout playlist for more great examples. Check out both breweries, check out Birretta, and more importantly, I hope you'll waste your time and watch me rant incessantly about a beer in the next video. Thank you all for watching, and auf Wiedersehen. Tschüss!